So this is part of the 2.3. And the first one, it says vocabulary, say, and tell. This is not the first time we work with say and tell. Remember that say is in a general way, and tell is when you tell someone something, right? We can also use say to refer to something that was said to someone else, but we have to add the preposition to, say to. And with tell, we just need the verb tell and the object, and that's it. Tell you, tell me, tell her, etc. Okay, so it says in here, complete the sentences with the correct form of say or tell. By the way, we don't have to write down anything because this is like the last part of the 2.3. Next week on Thursday, we're gonna have like a review for the exam, and there's where we're gonna take notes. But this is like optional. If you want to, go ahead, but we're not gonna upload anything from these exercises, okay? Well, this is the exercise, and the first sentence, it says, complete the sentences with the correct form of say or tell. Well, what else do we have to consider here? We have to consider if we have here like a general sense, or if it was say to someone in a specific, or the verb tense also, if it was said in the present, in the past, or it will be said in the future. And well, basically that's it. If it is in present, if it is in a third person, I have to modify the verb, etc. Okay, so let's go to the first one. It says President Obama, a joke, and everybody laughed. Do you remember yesterday we did a little exercise related to this, to say and tell? So what do you think? Let me make this so you can see.
No sería President Obama says.
Say.
Huh?
Said.
Said or tell. Remember yesterday? Mariana, can you repeat what you said?
Dije say, pero
Yes.
no sé.
It's tell, a joke, and everybody. Okay,
Tell.
but President Obama said a joke and everybody laughed. But in present or past, what tense are you gonna use?
Past.
Past tense, right? Tell.
No sé si es mi internet, pero se traba mucho.
Sí, a mí también cuando...
Creo que sí es mi internet el mío. A ver. Wait. Now I changed the Wi-Fi. Is it better?
Sí, ya no se traba tanto.
Okay. Well, I told you, and actually it's true, that when we say it in a general way, it's better to use says and tell. Tell is when we say it like to someone in a specific. But there are some words that specifically go with some others, like they are like collocations. And when we use the context of yoke, we use tell. Entonces sería, what is the past tense of tell?
Told.
Told. President Obama told the joke and everybody laughed. Okay. Number 2, The manager called too. She was sorry about what had happened. So, say or tell. The manager, what?
Tell.
Say que no.
Sage, ajá. Recuerden, ayer lo vimos, de hecho, este tipo, aquí entra de que, ok, en algún contexto voy a usar say, en algún contexto voy a usar tell, pero también hay collocations que son palabras que ya van por sí solas con este tipo de situaciones. Entonces, cuando usamos sorry, we say sorry. Entonces, aquí sería the manager called said she was sorry. Entonces, when we are talking about apologizing, in this case, say sorry, it's say sorry, not tell sorry. Okay, for example, we can say, oh, you should tell her you are sorry. We can use tell in that context. But if you're like say, oh, she says she's sorry, there I'm gonna use say. Okay, number 3. The context of this is a lie. So I still can't believe that he, me, such a big lie. I'm furious with him. Here is easier because I have an object. Entonces tengo me, entonces ¿cuál de los dos puedo usar con un object like this?
Told.
Told. I still can't believe that he told me such a big lie. Okay, number 4. Here we have a story. So it says, someone wants a story about that. Here is the same example as before. Si tengo un objeto, told, told me a story. Someone once told me a story. Pero ya, aunque no tuviera el objeto, o sea, cuando hablamos de historias, de contar historias, tell es el verbo que me sirve. Tell story, tell lies, tell jokes, say sorry. Y luego acá tengo, listen, why don't you just what you mean? When we explain about what we're meaning, what do we use? Say or tell.
Say. Say.
Very good. Why don't you say present or past?
In present.
In present, very good. Why don't you say what you mean? Okay, as Jody walked past the table, the young man looked up and said hello. Very good. Entonces, aquí más allá de ver con qué voy a usar say y con qué voy a usar tell, depending on the object or in the preposition, es más con qué, por ejemplo, repito, estos son tipo collocations. Tell a joke, say sorry, tell a lie, tell a story, say what you mean, and say hello. Son las que estamos viendo, y parte de estas, bueno, de hecho todas, vimos también ayer en la, it was like similar to like this. It was filling in the blank with say or tell. I repeat, you don't have to write it down, but in case that you want to practice, you can just write, tell a joke, say sorry, tell a lie, tell a story, say what you mean, or say hello. But to be honest, this is something that you have had. I'm not sure if I asked you to copy it yesterday, but well, we're gonna see it also next week when we have the review. So up to you. May I erase it?
Yes.
Good. Now it says function telling a story. Underline the correct options to complete the story. And it says stuck in the snow. Okay, here we have the like a comic, but it doesn't have like the like the stories. These are just images. So I'm gonna give you some time for you to try to figure out the answers, okay? To read it and try to find the answers. Just take some notes because I repeat, we're not gonna upload it, but I need you to help me. So first you need to read it and then decide what could be the answers. I'll give you like 3 minutes for you to read it, try to comprehend it, and then we're gonna answer all together, okay?
O sea, podemos apuntar como uno y luego nomás poner la correcta.
Uh-huh,
¿Lo pongo
yeah.
bien?
Yeah, that's good. Did you read it? Okay, I'll start reading it and you tell me the answer, okay? In the first one, what is better to say? This happened when I was snowboarding with a few friends in Italy, or all of a sudden I was snowboarding with a few friends in Italy.
This happened when.
This happened when. Very good. Okay, number 2. Carlos, can you read number 2 in the answer that you consider is the correct one, please?
Well, most of the group were really good skiers.
Okay, and what do you think?
Well, most of the group.
Okay. Ay. Okay, number 3. Bernardo, can you read it, please? Bernardo, are you here? Mariana, can you help me to read number 3, please? Mariana. Oh my God, am I alone, Leslie?
Yes. So one day we went to the top of this difficult run.
Okay. So one day I noticed a mistake I made here. Okay, so number 4, let me see who else is in here. Karina, are you here? Can you help me with that?
Grecia, ¿está hablando Grecia o Karina?
Karina.
In the beginning, the field was full of fresh snow, and in the middle, a tree had fallen down and was covered in snow.
Okay, so in the beginning.
Uh-huh.
Number 4, Sophia, can you help me with that?
Creo que Sophie, su micrófono no está funcionando.
Okay, Grecia.
Tampoco el de Grecia, por eso le pregunté ahorita que dijo Karina. Usa puro el teclado.
Jaciel.
Sería la 5. Well, it was my turn.
Well, it was my turn. Okay. Next one. Well, I went as fast as possible and jumped up ready to do a backflip, but I forgot to bend my knees. Samantha?
So I was putting down like an arrow.
So I was pointing down like an arrow. Okay. Next one. I went head first into the snow right up to my waist. My legs were sticking up in the air and I couldn't move. Mariana, number 7.
Sería in the end, they had to dig me out.
Okay.
Grecia mandó WhatsApp por, o sea, el grupo contestando las 6.
Hi. Okay. Ok, bueno, thank you. Ahorita vamos a revisarlas todas. Thank you. Jonathan, the last one.
Anyway, we've all laughed about it ever since.
Okay. Okay, does anybody here thinks that the answers could be different, or at least one of them or some of them?
I think 5 and 6.
5 and 6. Okay, let me change the color so we can 5 before long and 6 the next thing. Okay, does anybody think different, like finds a different answer for another option? Let's read it with the options you chose. Okay, this happened when I was snowboarding with a few friends in Italy. Well, most of the group were really good skiers, right?
Skiers.
So one day we went to the top of this difficult run. In the beginning, the field was full of fresh snow, and in the middle, a tree had fallen down and was covered in snow. He made a perfect jump, so soon everyone was lining up to perform tricks. Well, it was my turn. Well, I went as fast as possible and jumped up ready to do a back flip. But I forgot to bend my knees. So I was pointing down like an arrow. I went head first into the snow right to my waist. My legs were sticking up in the air and I couldn't move. In the end, they had to dig me out. Anyway, we all laugh about it ever since. Okay. I'm going now to click here to see what of the answers we answered correct and which ones we didn't. Okay, so the first one is correct. The second one is correct. The third one is correct. The number 4 is anyway, not in the beginning. Anyway, the field was full of fresh snow and in the middle, a tree had fallen down and was covered in the snow. Okay, next one, it was both of them? Apparently, let me. Number 5 probably could be one or the other, but I think that it's better before long. Before long, it was my turn, which means like next. Number 6, the next thing I knew. So Leslie made this correction, which was correct. I was pointing down like an arrow.
Fue Grecia la que dijo.
Okay, yeah. In the chat, never mind. Yeah, good. So then number 7 is correct, and number 8 it is correct. So we have like 2 mistakes, which is good because we probably didn't have enough time like to read it all. And this is just expressions or words we can use when we're telling a story, like to show what happened first, to show what happened next, to show what happened in the end. Anyway, it's just an expression to say like, okay, like when you are talking about a topic and then you say something that has nothing to do with it, or it's a little different, so you can say like anyway to go back to the topic. Okay. So, well, basically that was the purpose of this, to identify what are the expressions or phrases we can use for telling a story. Okay. Now, this is what actually happened. Have you ever skied, guys? Skiing is, what is the past tense of a ski?
Skied.
Skiing? I don't know. That's what I'm looking for. No, I don't think so. Ski. Skied. 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 Ski. Skid. Yeah, skid. Okay, now let's go to the last exercise. And it says in here, show interest. Yesterday we were looking at a story of a girl who wasn't feeling that good and had an interview and took some pills out of date, and she had a reaction, an allergic reaction. And when in this conversation we were listening, there were expressions that were used, such as, oh, really? No, just you're kidding. No way. Do you remember any other expression that was used in the conversation from the person who was listening?
Oh my God.
Oh my God. I remember you're kidding. I remember no way. Okay. So that's what we're gonna see. Now, we're going to complete this conversation with the words we have in here. And these are phrases or words that help us to show interest when we're having a conversation. So do me the favor of remembering or taking notes in a notebook or somewhere for you to remember these words, because I'm gonna scroll it down so we can go to the conversation. So a minute, so you can actually take a picture of them or something like that, so you can remember the words. Now, here we have this conversation and you'll help me to complete it. Okay, Carlos, you're gonna be letter A. And Mariana, are you here?
Yes, aquí estoy. Es que ahorita se me apagó el teléfono, teacher, por eso me salí, perdón.
Okay, so then you're gonna be letter B. Okay?
¿Lo puedes subir otra vez? Es que no lo pude tomar.
Yes.
Listo, thank you.
Okay. So let's go. Here is the conversation. Carlos, just help me to read letter A and Mariana letter B. We all are going to help each other to answer to fill in the blanks, okay?
Okay. You will never guess what happened to Michael.
No, what happened?
Well, you know, he's working as a taxi driver to help pay for medical school.
Yes, I know.
Anyway, he took a family that was on vacation from Italy in this taxi, and one of his passengers was a 72-year-old grandmother.
Yes, so what? La contesto.
If you know it, or if someone wants to answer it, what is the answer for number one?
What happened?
What happened? Carlos?
Well, she left her purse with more than 21 hundred, oh no, a thousand
21,000.
of the family traveling money, some very valuable jewelry, and some of their passports, and in the back of his taxi.
Oh, no puede ser.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
You're
amazing.
You're amazing. I don't think so. Ayúdenle a Mariana.
You are
Really?
joking.
Yuki.
Joking
No,
is in the options. Kidding.
No,
Oh
it's
no,
kidding.
it's kidding.
You're kidding. So
So really? Oh.
did he do? ¿Qué me
What
falta
did
aquí?
he do?
What? Ahora sí, léela completa, Mariana, please.
Oh no, you're kidding. So what did he do?
Well, he looked in the purse to see whom it belonged to.
Yes.
Wait. There.
And he found an address that was 50 miles away, so he drove all the way there.
And what happened then?
Well, there was no one in.
Dear. Oh dear.
Okay.
So he left a note and his telephone number, and when the family called him, he went back and returned the purse.
Really?
Yes, as you can imagine, the family was overjoyed, and they offered him a reward.
How much?
I don't know, he didn't take it. He said he couldn't accept it. He was just happy that he done the right thing.
I don't believe it. That's really amazing.
Okay. So guys, if you were the taxi driver from this story, what would have you done? will you have accepted the reward, or will you have returned the purse?
I accept the reward.
You will accept the reward, okay. Have you ever found money or something, I don't know, that you know that it's expensive, or that, I don't know, like jewelry or cell phones or money? Have you?
My sister once found like a brand new phone, like in the box in a bathroom. So they called they had like list. It was new, but they registered the numbers, and they called and they went to pick it up, and she was like, "Oh, I just barely bought it."
So she returned it, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And did she win a reward or nothing?
I don't think so.
Okay. Someone else in here? Have you found something valuable? No? Or
20 pesos.
oh, you?
20 pesos en el camión.
Okay, 20 pesos. I found money, but just like 50 pesos, I think is the most that I have found. The
Yo
rest
no,
of
yo
you?
nunca me he encontrado
No, never.
en mi casa de mis papás.
La lavadora.
Estás en su bolsa, en su cartera. Okay. Yeah, it's like when you find it in the washer, it's like a gift from you to you, right? Well, as I told you, today's class is actually pretty short, the material for today, because we are done with the unit 1 and unit 2. What does this mean? That we are only waiting for the exam, which means that the next class we have is gonna be a review from all of the topics that are going to be in the exam, and then next Friday we're gonna be having the exam, right? Or am I wrong again? Because I remember like a month ago I wanted to apply the exam and it wasn't time. Well, no, it is, right? It's next Friday.
Yeah.
Okay. So let me take attendance. Alvidres Prado,
Present.
Ceballos López,
Present.
Coronado Ortiz,
Present, aquí estoy.
Cruz Álvarez,
Presente.
Gámez Carrizosa, Gutiérrez Yepis,
Dijo presente, profesor.
thank you. Hernández Andalón,
Present.
Martínez Grijalva, Miranda Valenzuela,
Presente.
Ramírez Padilla,
Here.
en Villa Osuna.
Igual también dijo.
Thank you. Okay, so then you have free time because if I'm not wrong, this is your last class. So then go and enjoy the day because it's cloudy, and I'll see you next week. Bye. Have a nice day.
Thank you. Bye.
See you,
Gracias,
teacher.
igual.